Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace. Can y'all hear me? Happy Sunday evening. Your man Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. So tonight we're going to be talking about giving a quick review. I ain't gonna be on here long. I know it's Sunday evening. Everybody trying to wrap up their respective evenings and whatnot. Get back to the family. Finish watching football. I just wanted to tap in real quick. I gave everybody some time to see Black Panther 2, aka Wakanda Forever. I went Friday afternoon, try to go ahead and beat the crowd. I wanted to see what all, the hype was over these last couple of months. A couple of brothers were saying, it looked heavily female influenced. And it is that. So full disclosure, full disclaimer, I will be giving, hold on, let me see. We'll be giving spoilers tonight. One of my partners might hop on Broken Traditions. He just finished watching the film. If anybody else wants to watch the film, let me go ahead and copy this link. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. So if y'all want to hop on with me, hop on, tap in. Don't forget to go ahead and like the video. Like, share, subscribe, comment. The likes are free. The likes are free. Oh, I froze for a second. Hoping I don't have the same issues I had last week with this camera overheating. If I do, I'll hop right back on. I hope y'all can hear me. This is really bothering me. I don't know if this equipment is overheating or what. Cause my camera just froze again. Same thing I ran into last week. I don't know what we got going on. Move that out the way. It looks like there's a slight delay on my other camera. And I might have too many things open right now. Can y'all hear me? Is anybody in the chat? Just drop something for me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. If there's a delay. Somebody see I got 4 or 5 people in here right now. Once again, my equipment is freezing on me, and I don't know why. I'm trying to get back. Y'all bear with me. I'm losing it. I'm gaining it back. See, I'm still on camera, so I'm still rolling. Now I got two people in. I'm gonna have to completely log out and come back in. Still froze up on me. What's going on, DJ Black? Peace, King. Appreciate you tapping in. Can you hear me? Drop something in there for me. Cause right now it's freezing on my end. People right now tapping in. Not sure why it's freezing up on me. It just dropped off again. You got me loud and clear, bro. I don't know what's going on with the broadcast itself. I can't get back to my camera. It's freezing on me. I'm getting too much feedback. So what I'm gonna do, let me pull this. Let me switch my camera real quick. Yeah, that might be the issue though. I think it might be causing some kind of my camera real quick. No, that didn't make a difference. I apologize, y'all. I don't know why this is freezing up on me again. Trying to get back to it. Am I back? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can see me? All right, cool. I think we back on. I'm not sure what's going on with my equipment. It tends to overheat. I'm getting used to this. As the late great Kevin Samuels always said, I'm building the plane while I'm flying. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. I know there might be a slight delay or lag, but I think we're good. So pick it back up on top. So tonight I wanted to, y'all saw the broadcast name. I called it, well, kind of. I got my partner coming on. This matter of fact, he just texted me. Give me one quick second. I'm gonna tap in. Jamie, if you want to tap in, brother, link in the chat. Just hit me up. I'll bring you on. Again, just bear with me. Yeah, my partner Broken Traditions. We're gonna hop on. He just got back to his kingdom. We're not gonna keep saying we're not gonna keep calling it the crib, like his kingdom, his castle. He just got back to the castle, so he got to set up real quick, and then he's gonna hop on with me. Again, the link is in the chat for anybody tuning in. Anybody comes in later, I'll drop it again as we keep rolling. But tonight, I just wanted to talk about the movie. Brothers were not off base when we were talking about, the heavy feminine base way that the movie looked initially when the trailers dropped. So talking with one of my friends, he was like, "Hey, they had to do what they had to do as far as Marvel was concerned. With the passing of brother Chadwick, R.I.P. to another brother we lost. Um, they had to do what they had to do and adjust the story. There's no telling what they already had in store, how heavy his presence again was going to be or not be in this upcoming movie. If he had not a pass, we don't know. One of the brothers that I love to follow and love to get his take on these type of social media outlets. brother Doctor Tiosan Johnson, is now dubbed it the MCU. And with this film, 70-80% of the time it's a woman on screen, and there's a silent, almost subservient man in the background. Again, for those who have not seen it, you didn't had all weekend. That's why I went live tonight to get your take on it. Hopefully, somebody jump on. Again, my brother broke the tradition. We want to hop on. I want to get some female feedback too. So if you guys can share this with some of your sisters, your significant others, whatnot, your daughters, um, get their feedback, their take on the movie. Because again, it was heavily feminine based. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the honest. Overall, I gave it a 7. I think I dropped a poll as well. Not sure if the poll is still up. Try to add it in there. Again, flying the plane, building the plane as I fly it. But I gave it a solid 7. So on a scale of 1 to 10, just drop it in the chat what y'all thought of the movie and why. And again, drop your thoughts on it. DJ Black Max, have you checked it out, brother? You got a chance to see the movie? Audio choppy a little bit on your end. See if I can fix my. Not the mic I want to use. Check. A little bit better. All good, brother. Can you hear me better now? Is it a little less choppy? Can you hear me clear? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right, cool. I appreciate your feedback, brother. Again, shooting from the hip, kind of, but awesome. That's good to know. Last time I tried to hook this equipment up again. This is my second live. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Those that will watch this and see this. Camera overheated. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. We was able to complete it though. So the live is up on the channel. G.R.O.W.T.H Talk with Kofa. Building the plane as I fly it. So now I got my mic hooked up. Got some other equipment hooked in. My brother says he ain't seen it yet. Bring my comments back up. Yet, not sure if I want to. What I will say, brother, it's a good movie, and that's where I leave it at. Yeah, definitely want to hear the kids' feedback. So I gave it a solid 7, which in my poll was good. It was good, but so I had it up earlier where the poll was 1 to 3. Nah, bro. What was it? 4 to 6. It was okay. 7. It was good, but and then 8 to 10. Wakanda Forever. So I gave it a solid 7 just because aesthetically, and this is one of the good aesthetically, the way it looks is beautiful. They kind of phoned it in going toward the end of the movie. I'm not sure if they shot those scenes. Possibly, those were the main scenes that were shot during COVID and they just had to figure it out. But they kind of phoned it in with some of those special effects toward the end. But the clothing, again, the makeup, the artistry, again, yeah, because it's Marvel. Exactly, because it's Marvel. We know we're in an age of where they're shooting on green screens and things like that. But this time, Black Trucker Mafia, yeah, bro, they kind of dialed it in toward the end to me. That's just my opinion. Now, throughout the rest of the film, and I got a couple of stills I'm gonna pull up. I'm trying to wait for Broken Tradition to hop on, but they had a couple of scenes that just stood out to me, and those were mind blowing. Those are the ones that are etched in my memory from this film. And again, I just got a couple of stills I'm gonna show. Again, so many people have seen it, and right on time. I think this is my brother Broken Traditions. Let me lock him in. And I'm gonna add you to the right, brother. Peace, peace. Can you hear me? Broken Tradition, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, I'm trying to bring you up on screen, brother. Again, as I said, I'm building the plane as I fly it. So let me see if I can bring you in here.
All right, you know what to do now with this part?
I'm tapping. Bam.
Bam.
There.
Wait, I'm frozen? Okay, there you
No,
go.
there you go. There you go. Everybody can help my partner, Broken Traditions. Y'all make sure y'all go to his page, like, share, subscribe.
Yes, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I just tuned in. I didn't hear nothing that you said.
Oh yeah, I just kept saying, I was building the plane while I was flying it. I had another glitch.
Okay, so you didn't start with what you were talking about.
No. I just kind of monologue. I was waiting for you to come on, man. I was just getting to my. You got an echo?
No.
No, hold on. One of the my other partner, Black Trucker Mafia, said he got an echo. You still got it, brother?
On my end? For me?
No. Are you getting it from him or from me, Black Trucker? Oh, he getting it from you.
All right. Yep.
We'll see. We're gonna run with it.
All right, let me see. Yeah, I hear my echo now. Do you have your speakers on?
Those are the computer speakers. I might need to plug.
Yeah, it's probably echo for the computer speakers.
Okay. Let me hold on. Let me plug in these headphones.
Okay. Give me a water. Give me some water.
All right, how we sounding, Black Truck?
Let's see. I don't hear the echo no more. I think we should be good.
Yeah. Somebody over there practicing their Duolingo?
What you mean?
I hear a ping.
Oh, no.
No, I heard something.
Maybe. No, well, I asked my girl to give me something to drink, some water. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. So I think we're running now.
Yeah.
Are we better? Hey, Broken Traditions. Black Trucker Mafia asked you to post a link to your channel. So make sure you do that. You got some brothers interested. We're definitely interested in trying to connect with each other.
I got some good news too.
What's the word?
I got the monetization thing.
It hit?
So it went through for me this morning.
Oh, yeah. What's up, man? Congratulations. Hold on. Let me see if I can I hit you with something. Let me see. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you got.
Hold on, let me share my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna join the chat right now.
It froze a little bit. I'm not sure if it's on my end.
Yeah, I see I see it froze too. My camera's good. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know, bro. Again, as I said, like before you came on, I was explaining, the issues I had last week. We still pushed through it. I appreciate y'all brothers checking in with me. It's just that that old Kevin Samuels saying you building the plane while you flying it.
Yeah,
So
you say
we
that my
here.
job sometimes too, which is not a good thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, but hey, it's still in the air.
Yeah.
As long as it don't fall. So you figuring it out as you go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
big congrats on that though, man. So y'all
Thank you.
give it up to the brother in the Broken Traditions. He been putting in work. We just met probably like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Hopped on a couple of lives with him, and he didn't link me with some other brothers. So hopefully I'm going toward that place of monetization. Again, y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. I think I'm at like 406 right now. I need 1,000 to monetize. Subscribers, that is 1,000 subscribers to monetize, and 4,000 watch hours. But slowly building it. I ain't in a rush, but at the same time, I do want to get better equipment, get better at this, keep putting good information out. Excuse me. Put better information out. But yeah, before you hopped on, Broken, I was just breaking down. I was giving it a rating. I gave it a 7.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. I gave it a solid. I put up a poll. I guess I didn't put a long enough timer on it or something. I'm still trying to figure out that part. But I put it up. It was like 1 out of 3 was a nah, bro. A 4 out of 6 was it was okay. And then a 7 was a solid. It was good, but. And then an 8 out of 10 was a Wakanda Forever. So, just coming.
I don't know. I'm like
got back from. So, what do you think?
I'm like high 7s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in between to it was good, but and Wakanda Forever. Like if there's something in the middle, I'm in there. That's where I'm at.
Okay. Yeah, I had a homeboy. He went and saw it Friday. I went and saw it Friday afternoon. He went and saw it Friday night. And he hit me up on Saturday morning. He was like a 7.4. I'm like, nigga, where the fuck you get a 0.4 from? Like, give me a point, either a solid 7 or a 0.5. But yeah, he said a 7.4. We talked about it a little bit. So he was saying, and right before you hopped on, I was discussing that. Like, he was saying, hey, Marvel kind of had to make do with, the passing of Chadwick Boseman. And we really don't know what the original script looked like. How much he would have had a part to play, what direction they would have really went in had he still been here. Maybe they would have kept Killmonger alive. Again, for those just tuning in, I'm giving spoilers. So if they had kept Killmonger alive, so maybe, you know what I'm saying? But we really don't know what direction they would have gone in. Again, RIP to that brother, because that was one of his films. I've been a fan of Chadwick since he was on what was my ABC family show, Lincoln Heights. I think that was his first big role that I remember him from. I really think that was his first acting gig on like TV, like his first one. He probably did film and theater before that or something like that. But that's where I remember him from. So I've been a fan of that brother from literally day one. And his passing hurt, and it kind of hurt for me in this movie to see them pay tribute through a funeral, but at the same time, it didn't have that feel. It was always the importance of Shuri losing her brother, which was a big thing. Yeah. But it still didn't have that. We got a king. So in my opinion, like I was gonna go down the good and the bad, the good, bad, and the honest. So one of my main things was when we had a king on the throne, because again, the movie was obviously filled with estrogen. Nothing wrong. We love the sisters, but like Jesus Christ, this was akin to Wonder Woman and the Amazonians from DC Universe. This was Wakanda Forever was basically Woman King 2, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's a better version of the Woman King if they want to compare it to that.
If we're gonna compare it, but that was one of my big takeaways from it. Whether Killmonger was on the throne or it was T'Challa on the throne, the country had a direction it was going in. Yeah. Without a king, it kind of fell into chaos. Yeah. And, Wakanda was still Wakanda, but because it wasn't a man on the throne, I feel like that's when the rest of the countries, France, America, had started plotting that they could
Yeah.
just come in and take stuff. So that was one of my big takeaways. What did you think? What did you see?
No, no, I do agree with that. I do agree with the they did try to take advantage once T'Challa died,
Mm.
and they didn't do that when the original, I guess, the father, when he
The father,
died on
T'Chaka.
part one.
T'Chaka.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah, when
They
he
didn't do that
passed
with
in
him.
what was it? What was that? Was that Civil War when he passed?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
Captain
He
America
no,
Civil.
no. I'm talking about the original Black Panther when the father died in the UN. Remember they had the UN
Yeah,
meeting.
that's
They had
what
the
I'm talking
bombing.
about. T'Chaka, because that was during
Yeah.
Captain America Civil War.
Okay.
Because
So
that's when T'Challa first
okay.
popped
I
up.
don't know. I
Had
thought that
that.
was in Black Panther one. I mean, I don't really keep up with
It
all the
came right
Marvels. I just
behind
keep up
it.
with Black.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So it came
So
right behind. But yeah,
yeah, I just thought that that's a good point that they really did try to take advantage.
I'm drinking tea. I'm trying to do better. I was going to drink some coffee, but trying to do slowly but surely. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the big takeaways. So some of the good, just my personal opinion, kind of number one thing, been a little silly with it, but they
Yeah.
goddamn Lupita and Nyong'o. Lupita,
Mhm.
whew,
Yeah.
that's my number one good. As long as I saw her, that was what was good in the film. So that damn
I
Lupita is fine. So that's number
yeah.
one. So um, my number two good was the cinematography was dope. I just love
Yeah.
the colors. They did another excellent job with the costumes and things
Oh
like
yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
was saying right before you hopped on, they kind of dialed it in towards
I
the
I,
end.
I think
But
too. I'm not gonna lie. I think Shuri to me is a better Black Panther than T'Challa was
whew, okay, you got to explain that one.
because T'Challa, he was a Black Panther because of the hierarchy. I guess after his father died, he became that. But when she started becoming Black Panther, she's also smart. So she's smart, agile, ready to go. And it's like, all right, if she's that, it's kind of dope to see that somebody smart also know what to do. It's kind of like Iron Man. So it's like the best of both worlds. So T'Challa was more, I guess, just more brawny and more, having physical abilities to do what he had to do.
Mm.
But she's smart with it too. I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah, but the pushback I got on that from the comic standpoint, T'Challa is one of the most brilliant people in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
He's one of the most so that was kind of the issue that some brothers had with Black Panther 1 was that they
Hmm.
kind of watered down his character. He didn't get the level of intelligence that the Black Panthers traditionally had. He was also a scientist, but he had
See,
to
I didn't
play.
know that.
But he
See,
had to play.
I
Yeah,
don't watch the comic books, so I didn't know that.
yeah. He kind of had to play all those roles within the comic. He had to be, he had to be the king. He had to be the Black Panther. He was a scientist. He, this rich ass dude, this diplomat. So
Okay.
yeah, so that was kind of like what brothers had started seeing and noticing and saying before in Black Panther 1 that they had dumbed him down or watered him down, so to speak.
Yeah.
So what I will say, I did love seeing Shuri become Black Panther. I think in the comics she was the Black Panther maybe like 3 or 4 issues. So it
Hmm.
wasn't a long standing thing. So it's cool that they kind of put it in there, but it's just the overabundance of, well, ain't no men around, period. Like if you look in the
Yeah.
background, it was barely any men in general. Like you
Yeah.
had the guys beating the drum to open up the little water thing when they flew
Hmm.
back in. Um, Even with M'Baku, like he
Yeah.
got his big brawny testosterone filled soldiers like were riddled to, hey, hold this cord so the women can go fight in
Yeah.
that
Yeah. I
ending
seen
scene.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm gonna stick with the good. We're gonna keep flowing though, but that was actually my number three. Was I actually love Shuri in the suit? Like
Yeah.
I love how agile she was, but that's the other pushback is She wasn't a warrior. She wasn't battle tested. Where the hell she like? And she had
That's true.
a GMO heart shaped herb. So
Yeah.
so where did she get all this skill from? Now I do want to
Yeah.
point out, for those that did catch that, when she said, "Hey, print out my brother's DNA as well," to the I forgot what the computer's name was, what her AI was,
Hmm.
but she told him to print out, the heart shaped herb and her brother's DNA. So
Yeah.
maybe I guess that's where Marvel was going. Well, she had some of his DNA, so she could automatically fight, which
Yeah.
is cool. But I just aesthetically, the way she looked, going to the ancestral plane with you know, with Killmonger, that was my favorite scene. I'm gonna see if I can bring that up.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll be careful. Don't get no copyright strikes.
oh, hold on. Oh no! I'm just bringing up the steals.
Oh,
The
okay. Okay.
steals. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can bring that up real quick. Those were some of my favorites. Oh, but yeah. Go ahead, bro. Finish what you
Oh,
were saying. What are your thoughts?
um. No. Overall, I like the movie. I like the movie a lot. You know what I'm saying? I would recommend somebody to go see it. You know what I mean? It's not like the Woman King. I wouldn't recommend nobody go see Woman King. So I
Yeah.
definitely would recommend somebody to go see Black Panther 2 or Wakanda, whatever the name of the movie is. But
Yeah.
I liked it. I saw the Camp Creek. I thought it was going to be a little more hood. I wanted to hear more clapping and stuff like that, and I want to see more dashikis. I didn't see enough of that at Camp Creek, so I was
Mm,
surprised not to see that.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I, well, shit, you was around the corner, man. We could have did this live at the house. You could have swung by.
Nah, yo, man, like it's me and my girl anniversary. We've been out all day.
Oh
Like
man,
we
definitely
went to
did.
the
Man, shout out to the queen for
yeah.
letting you have some guy time right now.
I tell her, yeah, because it's like we went to Breakfast Boys. From Breakfast Boys, we went to the movies. From the movies, we just hung out. Just hanging out all day. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, we had a long day. And not to mention this daylight savings time is throwing everything off too.
yeah, it's getting
Yeah,
darker earlier. So
yeah,
yeah, there we go, there we go. I had to bring up I had took him down.
yeah. Let
Let
me
me
ask you, do
see.
you see it like a lag on me or no?
Yeah, I've seen it a couple of times. It's
All right, I
all right.
want. I got it playing on my phone. I'm trying to see if it's a lag on the phone, but I don't know when to put the volume up, so I can't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more. You're coming through clear, but
Right.
I can hear well, I can
You can
see
see
the
the lag.
lag, But yeah, this
Gotcha.
this this scene right here, when she
Yeah.
took the heart shaped herb and came through and was like, "Oh shit, you,"
Yeah.
and he had to break down, what it meant to sit on that throne, because she
Mhm.
had always saw it from a regal standpoint, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So she was dealing with Namor kind of ambushing her and her mother and saying, "Hey, basically these white folks that found some vibranium. Y'all ain't the only ones. We need y'all help, XYZ."
Mhm.
And they like, there's no way in hell. He dips back off. Of course, she ends up trying to find the scientist, which is Riri Williams, Ironheart, before Namor finds her, because she's the one that built the machine where the government was able to find the vibranium.
Right.
So they're trying to take her head. Wakanda's trying to protect her. Shuri gets
Which I
kidnapped.
didn't agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I,
Explain that. Explain that.
I didn't agree with Wakanda trying to protect her. If I was Wakanda, I was like, I'll let her just die. Like, why am I going to war with somebody who's not even from my country? I was just like, nah, you good. You could just
And see, and that's the other thing. It was like, okay, we're gonna protect this girl that isn't even Wakandan,
yeah.
but they gave Killmonger, who had a rightful claim to the throne.
Right.
In the first movie, they gave that brother, that man, so much hell, and he had a rightful claim to the throne.
Yeah.
So for her to see him in the ancestral plane, um, she was in a place of vengeance. That was her true nature. That was, what she was. That's what she was on at the time. So I
Yeah.
feel like that's why she saw her. I saw something else. Another comment. Somebody said that well, she saw him because he wasn't truly Wakandan, and the heart-shaped herb that she took wasn't truly from Wakanda. It didn't grow in the soils of Wakanda. She had
Right.
to basically reverse engineer it um, from the plant, from the jewelry that she was given that was made from the plant that she got from Tolakan when she was down there with Namor. Let me see. This scene where she knew what was coming. She had to deal with. I just love the aesthetics of this. This is my favorite scene in
Yeah.
the movie. Just overall, this is my favorite scene in the movie. Just having to deal with. She knew this water was coming or whatever, and who she had to deal with, and that was what took her mother. Because I know a
Hmm.
lot of people were probably wondering, why she didn't see her mother in the ancestral plane. But again, just for the comics, the ancestral plane is reserved for the Black Panthers.
Mm.
The Queen wasn't a Black Panther,
See, I
so
didn't even pick up on that.
so her having to take that mantle, having that connection to all the Black Panthers past, and truthfully, Killmonger was the last Black Panther because he beat T'Challa again, fair and square.
Yeah.
He didn't need mano a mano, 1-on-1 in the first movie. He beat him.
Hmm.
So he was the last Black Panther to be able to take that herb. Now the brother was wrong for burning everything afterward.
Yeah.
But again, that fire, this fire representing that passion, that anger.
Hmm.
It's time to go to war because that's what he did. When he burnt everything, he was like, "This gonna be it. We don't need another Black Panther after me because we finna run the world because we got this vibranium." So
Yeah.
now Shuri was on some kind of revenge type of shit. The same thing that he was on in the first film. Let me see if I can get another steal up here. But yeah, so in taking that herb, she she saw the last Black Panther that basically came before her.
Yeah.
And this one, what? So how'd you take it when she took it and that surprise came when she came around the throne?
I took it as this is her true feelings. So she's going to be more like Killmonger. That's how I took it as. Like she's going to be more like Killmonger and not have that passion or have that meant not the passion, compassion for her enemies, like how T'Challa would have had. So T'Challa was kind of more compassionate, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, let's just figure this out. I understand that you're an enemy, but let's be on common ground. As whereas Killmonger, he'll just kill your ass. Like, nah, you good. Like, we're going to just go through it. So
Yeah,
I took it as that she's going to take that kind of approach, and it felt like she did at one point. She did take that approach.
yeah, and that's what something I loved when he gave his pep talk.
Yeah,
When he was like, "Look, your daddy was a hypocrite. This
yeah,
Killmonger's the asshole cousin. He's gonna air
yeah,
out all the family business. Like we're not finna keep these family secrets going all this time. Like your dad was a hypocrite. He killed my dad, his own brother, and hid
yeah,
me. And he said, and your brother, he really didn't have nothing to say bad about T'Challa, but he just said it simply. He was too noble.
yeah,
He was too noble. Like you said, he had too much compassion. And
yeah,
that ended up, costing Wakanda kind of in the long run because after his passing, who was going to protect it?
yeah,
There was no connection. Like, T'Challa was the one that had a connection to the Avengers and things like that. They respected Wakanda. Like, but, people wanted the vibranium, but when he passed, that wasn't his plan. But when he passed, now the throne's empty.
yeah.
Now everybody feel like they can try basically
It's like open season.
a country full of women.
Yeah,
No matter how fierce the war is. But he told her, your brother was too noble. Now you're going to be noble like your brother, or you're going to take care of business like me.
yeah,
Like that was one of the coldest lines that beat Hey Auntie from
yeah,
for that beat it. You're gonna be noble like your brother. You're gonna handle business like me. Let me see another one, and this was kind of hold on. I just pulled that one up. I'm trying to get back to it. Should have labeled these. This one in the beginning, at the just going through kind of Shuri's journey at the beginning when they had to
Yeah.
bury T'Challa. You know, she's holding on to the mask that she made for him, which is essentially the Black Panther mantle. Um, and coming out of that ancestral plane, we know the Shuri that we got. We know the how we saw her in. She basically picked up Killmonger's version of the suit.
Mm.
That's
I
why
haven't
her.
peeped that.
Yeah, that's why hers was gold. I'm trying to. Do I got another steel up here? No. Yeah, you see here. Can you see that?
I see the mask.
Yeah, but you see, she has the gold line. No, the. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I still see the mask. I don't see her suit.
Uh, I need to open it up. I'm trying to open up another one. I thought it opened up in general. Where is it at? Maybe.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear about the bad that you thought about the bad.
I'm trying to
Cause
get
that
out.
it was definitely some things. It was definitely some things that I was like,
Yeah. And we can get
yeah,
back to it, man. That's I just really wanted to touch on that. That was just a big scene to me. It was so important to me just to
yeah,
see, through her journey, seeing that transition of her trying to be noble.
yeah.
Initially when she was down there in Telecon, and when she was having that discussion with him and being diplomatic. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
afterward, it was like this dude on some other shit. Like we gonna have to go to war.
Yeah. But you
So
know what I'm saying? Honestly too, with what's his name? Namra?
Namor,
Namor. Yeah, I think he was on to something because like this is both our history. You know what I'm saying? We have our history is parallel, but we're not the same.
mm-hmm.
And it's like maybe they're testing you. They don't want. I don't want you to find out about us. Let's do click together and take them on before they come at us. I do because I like Killmonger in the original one. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that would be more interesting to take them on instead of trying to fight each other. I
Yeah,
think it should have been a team. That's what
yeah,
I would have did if I was in Shuri's shoes. I would have been like a team because if there was a team, a mom would still be alive. Not like you said, spoiler alert. A mom would still be alive, and
big,
they'll be a force to be reckoned with, and nobody's going to test them no more to try to steal their vibranium.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd have been better than try to go against them and be noble for people that's coming at you.
Can you see that now?
Yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
But you see how her suit is lined in the gold.
yeah,
Yeah. So that was like in the lab. She picked up Killmonger's
yeah. I haven't peeped that.
mask. So of course I had to adjust the size or whatever.
Yeah.
But let me see. There we go. Get back to us. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out that she had picked up
Okay.
his mask and his suit because that's what type of time she was on.
Yeah.
And Nakia, when they were getting ready to go to war with him, they kind of stood
Hmm.
outside. I'm gonna circle back to your point, but when they were getting ready to take off and go to war, she was like, "I need you to be honest with me and tell me who you saw in the ancestral plane."
Yeah.
And she didn't. She still didn't answer, and she knew who it was, and she
Yeah.
knew why she saw him, and tried to remind her, like, "Look, you're not him." And
Yep.
going back to his point, he was like, "You more like me than you know." Like our family, in a way, I look at Black Panther, and maybe that's the nerd in me, maybe that's still the kid in me, but it represents good, bad, honest, indifferent, whatever. It still represents so much of the Black community
Yeah.
on its face, and that's kind of where I was going with one of the bad things. Hold on, let me get back over to my notes. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Did you drop your link in the chat, bro?
Yes, I did. Yep.
All right. Uh,
So I
again,
shared this in my community tab, so
okay, I
see some other
appreciate
people
it.
drop it. Yeah,
Appreciate it. But so of course the bad. Where do all the men go? we
yeah,
we kind of tapped on that, like like ain't the king died and all the brothers just moved? Like who
yeah,
who stayed behind? I kind of tapped on that too. Another one after the king died, everything went into chaos. Even with the queen mother as leader, like the rest of the world don't care about no queen mother. They still gonna try you. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yep,
So and she had to prove her strength, and even proving it by marching in those mercenaries that had tried to break into their lab and steal the vibranium.
hmm,
She's like, "Look, we showing you mercy. Next time we're gonna take it as an act of war, and we're gonna move some shit."
yeah.
Basically, when they were at the UN, where I'm gonna get to that one in a second. So,
Even I forgot the white dude name. Kind of like the white dude that's always like I guess the white dude they liaison
mhm.
between the UN and Black Panther and Wakanda. The
Yeah,
white dude, I forgot his name, but even he had to answer to Elaine from Seinfeld. I forgot her real
yeah,
Julie's.
yeah, yeah,
He had to answer to her.
yeah.
So like she had to check him. So yeah, even in that part of the world, that it was more, feminine
Fit-
dominant. But I think as a business standpoint, they probably did try to push it to be more, feminine because you see the movie theater, it was more women in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more women in there, come with their kids, and that's what they're gonna push out. And I think they checked off every box for it to be like geared towards women,
yeah,
especially black women. Even at the end, you see the end with the
yeah.
like you
That,
said, it's
that,
gonna be
that, that-
spoiler alert.
that's
So
one of the
even the end,
honest.
like um, Lupita, now she's a single mother.
Yeah, by by, and that was one of the bad things. Like you got a king that got a
Yeah,
legacy. You
yeah,
know the hell that your cousin just went through his whole
hmm,
life, the
yeah.
whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, JC? Salute.
Also,
You
JC.
you know the purpose that Killmonger was so angry, so to speak,
Yeah,
was because he didn't have a connection to Wakanda.
yeah,
So now you're gonna decide as a king to make that choice for your son and basically have a bastard child. You had a baby out of wedlock, but you got a whole kingdom you got
yeah,
to run.
yeah.
And
And
that
the mother knew about it.
yeah, and that
She knew about it.
thank you.
Yeah.
And it's
So
wild,
that
and it goes back. That's one of the things I talk about. From I guess a red pill content manosphere space is some of these women, yes, are choosing to be single moms. That's why I say the parallels are crazy as
yeah.
far as Black Panther and the black community, because
Hmm.
here it is. Okay, we could have had we could have had a secret ceremony, legitimize the baby, legitimize his claim to the throne,
Yeah.
just outside of blood. You had him in the context of marriage. Um, then on top of that, so you got this young new T'Challa that's going to be raised by who? Single mom,
Yeah.
auntie, mama's extra, mama's homegirls. JC, we giving spoilers, brother. I appreciate you tapping in. I just want to give you the heads up. If you got to cut out, man, just hit the like button for me. Make sure you share it on your page. Just do that for me if you got to cut out, because we are giving spoilers. But
Yeah.
um, so now he's being raised by single mom, auntie, mama's homegirls, the Dora Milaje, which are
Yeah.
basically extra aunties. And
Hmm.
again, who's going to teach him? Where are all the men? Like we've
He's not gonna
lost.
be. What's the
Go ahead.
dude name? The
M'Baku?
Jabbar. Yeah, it's not gonna be him. He. Yeah. So there's no real male leadership in this boy's life, in my opinion. None at all.
And that was one of the big big bads for me, man.
Yeah.
It's like what we say the other day. So it's kind of the theory of the T'Challa that we got when we got him had just lost his father, and it was like,
Hmm.
well, shit, my daddy died. I turned out all right. I ended up being king.
Yeah.
It's kind of that theory, like you hear a lot of brothers say that. Well, I didn't have my dad. I turned out all right. So, it's okay if I cut out on my kid. Not saying that's what he did, of course. We couldn't foresee the brother passing in real life and impacting, the film world like that. But they could have did something better with that storyline, other than we just decided to raise him over here in Haiti. What I do appreciate, I'm gonna flip it real quick, was the good. One of the goods is that they showed a better Haiti than what we're told and shown all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
because none of us would have broke out of chains if it wasn't for the Haitian Revolution. So
yeah, and the son's name was Toussaint.
Yeah, Toussaint. So
yeah,
I like they slid that in there.
Yeah,
but still, damn. Like,
at what cost, right? At what cost?
You could have flipped the story some, man. And then another bad I was looking at, brother, was and I know you say you're not really up on all of it like that, but just think of it like this: you're up on enough. We've lost 3 kings back to back. We lost T'Chaka the father, who was murdered. Then we lost Killmonger. Who, he came, he fought, he conquered, he earned the throne. Yeah. After T'Challa. But we lost him for infighting. Some black on black crime shit.
Yeah.
Some more parallels to infighting. And then of course, we lost, T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman in real life, crossed over to the film, of course. So we've lost 3 kings back to back to back.
Yeah.
And the country just hasn't recovered. And then we have a queen mother who's sitting on the throne and she's grieving. Yeah. So, there's no direction for Wakanda to go in, where they were on some, not going to say offense before, but they stayed to themselves, which is what made the country kind of, safe. Yeah. Now they have to play defense because it's just wide open. Mm-hmm. And again, when a king was on the throne, you had a direction to go in. Yeah. Now legacies are in question. The direction of the country is just in question in general. Yep. So that was just interesting from that standpoint. What was another bad for you? I'm gonna circle back to a point you made earlier too, with Wakanda and the Tolokans. That's not necessarily a bad to me. It's an honest. Yeah. So I had good, bad, and honest. So just any more
another
thoughts?
Bad. Another bad.
Or anything that stood out. Anything that stood out. Anything that stood out to you.
I guess also Shuri going towards Nimrod. I can't think of the dude's name. Namor. No, Namor. The Nimrod. Yeah. Namor with emotions. Like, I have to do this emotionally. And when she did it emotionally, if her plan didn't work, she would have killed everybody. Yeah. Everybody would have died, because the amount of soldiers he had going on that ship before he said, stand down, was at least 50 to 100 to 1. It was like 50 to maybe 100 to 1 each soldier.
The battle was lost.
It was lost. If her plan didn't work, that she did out of emotions, it'd have been a wrap.
Yeah. And this is the other thing. And on the ship, the other thing is, okay, so you done took your best fighters out here to fight these people. Who the fuck is protecting Wakanda? Yeah. Who did you leave back? Because we saw it wasn't no damn men back there. Like,
yeah.
Like,
just all civilians. And you left back. And not to mention, they have a way to enter Wakanda. Yeah. They got a way to get into it. Yeah.
Which again brings up the question, what the fuck happened to the River Tribe? Yeah. What happened to the Border Tribe? That's literally your job, bro. Yeah. So when they stripped Okoye. When they stripped Okoye of her general title because she lost Shuri, the River King, the brother with the plate in his mouth, in his lip, yeah, he spoke up. Hey, wait a minute, this woman, she was willing to sacrifice her husband for the good of the kingdom. which again kind of spoke good and bad to me because it was like, hey, we'll sacrifice the man for the good of the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was from the first one, and she lost her title because she lost the daughter. She lost the princess.
Yeah.
But that's most of we saw of the brother from the River Tribe was with the plate in his lip.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm curious too. If somebody's in the chat, man, like let me know, is Nakia his daughter? Because she was from the River Tribe. Lupita's
That I
character.
don't know.
Remember, she came. You know, she was from the River Tribe in the first movie, and then after Chadwick, got sick and passed, or Black Panther got sick. Oh, you glitched your camera.
Yeah, you can hear me,
Yeah,
but my camera did this. My camera been on all day.
yeah, I
But
can hear
I
you
can
though.
still listen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give me a minute. It's
But yeah. So she's from the River Tribe. I just wondered how she left. Then the brother's still sitting on the council, but they're able to creep in through the water. Like that was a big thing with Queen and Shuri. Like, how the hell did you get in here? How'd you get past our defenses when Namor first showed up?
I should be back on soon. There we go. My bad.
Yeah. So that was just an interesting thing. Like who's protecting it? Like she did come from an emotional standpoint. She tried to be diplomatic at first. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But she also did come from an emotional state too with that last plan. And like you said, had it not worked, then what are we looking at? What are we looking at as far as war and the fall of Wakanda? Because they had already came through. Let's not leave that part out. They had already came through and whoop they ass.
Yeah.
Like kill the queen, all that. And dude looked at Shuri, looking at her dead mother, said, "Hey, you got a week. I'm gonna be back in a week.
Yeah.
Y'all decide if y'all wanna group up with us after we done fucked y'all up. But you decide whether or not you want to come back and deal with us, and partner up, or we're gonna come back and we're gonna wash Wakanda off the face of the map."
Yep.
So,
yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I just hope that she I hope that she stayed. I mean, I hope she teamed up with the I don't know the water folks. I hope I hope she teamed up with them, man. That's what I wanted her to do. After even knowing the history, showing all he did for this, it's like the same thing as Wakanda. It's just that people don't know about it.
Yeah, and see, and that's why I said it's one of the honest, because the on his face, again, black community. Hey, people of color, let's get together because white people have done us all wrong, type of thing. But then we end up doing the heavy lifting. So that's why I was like, I like how they slid that in there. Like, but on some sly shit, like I like how they slid that in there. Like, hey, you're on the surface, black people, so look out for us, and just in case something goes wrong, then you come over here and get us. But if something goes wrong, that means Wakanda called it first.
Yeah.
Not the Telecans, because nobody knows they exist. Because remember, when they found the vibranium in the sea, and the Telecans came up and took care of business to protect theirs, everybody did what? Blame the black folks.
Yep.
Oh, those had to be Wakandans. There's no way. Now, granted, nobody knew they existed. I'll give you that. Nobody knew they existed. But damn, like just the similarities, the parallels, comparing, contrast. You know what I'm saying? It's still there. That's why I had a slight. I'm not gonna say again. That's why it wasn't a bad. It just was I had it as an honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, what do I have now? Yeah, that's pretty much about that. Hey, black people stand out in front of us for people of color.
Yeah.
Thing.
No, I definitely got that. Yeah, I definitely got that. And it also shows that what's that? The black and brown coalition, like they love to preach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we don't play ball, then it's no correlation. It's just
Yeah.
you by yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely got that.
Just slid that in there real subtly.
Yep.
Another one of the honors that I had. Do you watch any of the Marvel stuff on Disney?
No.
Okay, so the film played more like one of Disney's TV series of Marvel, like She-Hulk. Again,
No, it can't be bad as She-Hulk.
the
She-Hulk is horrible.
the MCU, but it didn't play like the first film. You know what I'm saying? If you're familiar with the way Disney has put out content as far as the television series, it's not She-Hulk. It was still a good movie, but the way it played, like the interjection of Agent, I forgot his name too, but him having where his ex-wife is his boss.
Yeah.
That those little subtle emasculation things, like where she's just showing up in his house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've been divorced. And initially it starts off as, well, yeah, I want to apologize to you for some of the stuff I did during our marriage, blah, blah, blah. Some of that.
And to be honest, not to cut you off, I want to just piggyback on that real quick.
Go ahead.
If the roles were reversed on that would be very triggering. Because that would be stalkerish. That would be, you can't let this thing go. That'd be too much. Like, all right, it'll be triggering for some people because sometimes a dude won't let go. Sometimes a dude would break into a house and thinking that I still live here, I still got ownership of this. How come you're stuck? Like she going through it, say, yo, your olive oil is bad.
Yeah,
like, that's a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. And again, those
dude, man, please.
And he's still your boss. So not only are you going to have him arrested, you're going to sue the company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So those little nuances, those things like that are just very, very interesting to me.
And not to mention, she had him arrested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had him arrested.
Those little things, man, like that. But yeah, it kind of played like one of the TV series, and one of the bigger things for me was Wakanda was its own character in the first one. We saw more of it. Again, you had the border tribe with the rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the importance of the river tribe because you saw the importance that Nakia had with T'Challa and vice versa. She kind of alluded to that in this, which is, again, crazy because, she's crying saying, oh, I lost, you guys lost a king, you lost a brother, I lost my everything.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't married. You just popped out a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kneel long.
Yeah. So, bro, don't get me started. So, you got that. You got that aspect, man. But one of my biggest things was Wakanda lost its identity, and one of the things I thought about, I said, we knew we were in Wakanda, but it wasn't the Wakanda that we knew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
It kind of took a backdrop to, again, all the femininity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you said, we kind of on the same page but differ a little bit in opinion. Like you said, you would have let them kill Riri.
Yeah, I would have.
Ironheart, because she's not Wakanda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, in her, I would have seen, shit, we need all the help we can get right now. But was she worth going to war over? But at the same time, I'm leaning toward kind of because we tried some diplomatic shit, and you holding on to this grudge that you done had for the last 500 years as this, super mutant, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, bro, let it go. You want to talk about letting some shit go?
Yeah.
But you willing to go with the war with us because we won't help you go to war with somebody else. Again, like you said, that the black and brown coalition. But if we don't get in line, then ain't no coalition.
Yeah.
All bets is off. We're enemy now too, which is crazy. Yeah. But yeah. So from that aspect, Like she tried the diplomacy, but my big thing is like, okay, so you got somebody that basically murdered your father.
Mm-hmm.
You had infighting between your other side of the family. You lose a cousin, your first cousin, um,
Yeah.
at your brother's hand. Then your brother passes. Then you got this stranger that you just try to be diplomatic with, still offering you some, hey, we're going to partner up. I know I just murdered your mama, but I'm going to be back in
Yeah.
a week to get your answer.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer wasn't to take his head when they were on the beach fighting.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like this motherfucker just murdered the queen mother, and you not taking heads,
Yeah.
and just kind of watered down, that African warriorship that I know both of us know existed in real life. Like that's not
Right.
gonna happen. You take the queen mother and ain't no bloodshed.
Yeah.
So
But I guess she had to do that because if she didn't, her whole army would have died. They would have died because they still was attacking, and it had
yeah,
to be from him to say, "Everybody stand down." If he was dead, so was her army, so it should have been left alone.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just wild, man. Just the just the way it played out, and I hate the way that they wrote it like that because in the comics, Namor is a very very powerful character. His
Yeah.
arm, he is deep. They roll deep like that. But the way
Yeah.
it was written for those Wakandan men to be that weak, Wakanda to just be that weak, period,
Hmm.
it was a issue for me. That's why I was like, she could have took his head, but I know they're not going to do it. It's movie. We're going to see him again.
Yeah.
We'll see the Black and Brown coalition
Yeah.
come together. They'll probably call on him for help at some
Yeah.
point, or and vice versa. In future Marvel films and stuff like that. But it just the way it looked, especially coming out of this voting climate that we just came out of,
Yeah.
as far as voting straight blue ticket, and that's traditionally what black people have done, and
Right.
we all got to get together. But the Democrats ran on this immigration platform,
Hmm.
so again we're in
Yeah.
that position like, oh, if we don't play ball, like you said, I mean, you said that shit beautifully, bro. Don't let that pass. Like
Yeah.
if we don't participate, then ain't no coalition, and we just by ourselves.
Yeah.
So
And we always been by ourselves, but we just see. I don't know. We always been by ourselves, but people just don't realize how much by ourselves we really are.
mm,
And I think that movie do kind of portray that. I do think they did a good job portraying that
yeah,
because, like you said, I'll kill your moms. I'll take away your last known family member, just for you to say, all right, I'll let you live. That
yeah.
says a lot. Yeah.
And then that constant theme of death, because he's still angry about his mother missing the home she knew. He takes her back. Talking about Namor.
Yeah.
You know, his mother passed or whatever, and there are people of the sea or whatnot. I'm not going to give all the spoilers of how that happened, but they basically his people basically had a heart-shaped herb as well. The settlers brought sickness. They took this herb to heal, and it turned them into people who needed the water to live. So they end up, moving into the water. They became the Telecans or whatnot. But his mother passed. She always wanted to be buried back on land. He takes her back to get buried, and boom, slavery. The Spaniards are there, So he's still pissed off about 500 years of slavery. But if he was so pissed off, and his army was so damn deep, they could have been washed America or washed Spain off the face of the map. He could have been did that years ago. He didn't need Wakanda.
Yeah. Nothing was Mexico. I feel like that was more Mexico than anything.
Yeah, they were in Mexico. They were
Yeah.
they were the Mayans. They
Yeah,
were
the
the
Mayans,
Mayans. But the Spanish, European Spanish, is who conquered those people.
Right. Right.
So they could have been swam over to Spain and knocked their ass off the map, because he damn sure got from Mexico to Africa real damn quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he gave her the seashell cell phone.
Yeah.
the sea cell. The sea cell. Yeah. like, hey, you just blow into this and drop it in the ocean. It'll call me, and I'll be right. Like, give me
right
like 5 minutes. I'm around the corner.
But let me ask you this: you think would you recommend somebody to watch it?
Yeah. However
Yeah,
they watch it is how they watch it.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
whether it's bootleg or you going to see it. I think it did. How many millions did it do already?
No, hopefully do better than Woman King, because Woman King, I don't think
Oh,
it
I
broke
think it
even.
all. I think it already crushing that this weekend.
Yeah.
I think it's on pace. I guess by the numbers come out tomorrow or something. I think it's on pace to do like 300,
That's good.
300 mil. I think so.
Yeah.
I saw something again just scrolling social media. Haven't seen any
Yeah.
hard numbers, but I think that's what it's on pace to do.
See, it's another thing I mentioned to my girl. So I don't know if you know, I forgot the girl name who played Shuri,
Mm-hmm.
but during they was ready to
Letitia Wright.
replace her. Yeah, they was ready to replace her because she didn't get the jab. So if you're ready to replace her, but you wasn't willing to replace T'Challa because Chadwick Boseman passed away, I think that's kind of contradiction. Like they should have just like had somebody else play T'Challa for the scene, for the movie, because it felt like the first Black Panther was an intro to Wakanda and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have another whole intro again because now we're introducing Shuri as a Black Panther.
Exactly.
So it was like you did two introductions. So it's like you're like a movie behind now. So this movie's supposed to be like that build-up movie that everybody was good with, but you just had to have another T'Challa to do it. And I think that it should have been another T'Challa. It shouldn't have just been one Black Panther and he just died and that's it.
Yeah,
I get to giving Chadwick Boseman that ceremony and that memorial throughout the movie because he was such a big role in Marvel, but I think that it should have been somebody else, just because you was willing to give up Shuri because she needed to get a shot.
who do you think could have not necessarily replaced him? Because I got a theory on that. I've heard it elsewhere too, but just the thought process with Marvel being as big as it is, especially getting into this multiverse part of it now. Because we had 3 Spider-Mans, and they all just showed up in the same film together. So it could have been another Black Panther from another universe. Like he gets there and oh shit, I'm dead here. Like what the fuck happened? And you can go on from there. But that was an option. That was one of my biggest things too. Not necessarily replace him in this one, but we need another one. Like nothing against the sisters or nothing like that, but all these action movies, superheroes, comic books, that's kind of just more boy stuff. This little boy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that girls aren't nerds and into sci-fi and stuff like that, because I know plenty that love Star Wars and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But like Black Panther, like that was kind of personal for. You think about it, we grown ass men talking about this, bro.
Yeah.
Because we still got that same little boy in us that we need a superhero. We all like. No offense to anybody else, but no matter who you like, because I always was a Batman fan, but white boys got Batman. White boys got Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have? So a Black Panther, the Black Green Lantern, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Storm from X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, bro, we got Black Panther. Like, I know you heard the murmurs amongst grown ass men 4 years ago when Black Panther was getting ready to come out. Like, sound like 14-year-old kids. Like, oh, like nigga, we got a Black Panther. Like you can't tell us shit. We got our own superhero now. Man, we going to see every movie. We finna buy these rebuy these comic books. We're gonna buy the merch. You know what I'm saying? Like we were on it, so we need another one.
Yeah, but I would say this is a good thing that Black Panther did, or the movie Marvel. Saying the whole corporation. I don't know if you know, they gave licenses to make products, Black Panther products, to mainly Black-owned businesses.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like it's a company actively Black. They got like Wakanda gear, like Wakanda sports gear. That's saying that's licensed by Marvel, which is good. They got this hair product. It's like for black kids, like Young Black King.
Mm-hmm.
So they got like hair products for like young boys. That's sponsored by Marvel. So they got like the
Yeah.
Wakanda all over it. Another company I seen was Black and Bold tea or coffee. I mean, sorry,
Okay.
that's sponsored by Wakanda now. Like, so that's kind of dope that they did that with black owned businesses.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, like that's big because you sponsor. What I'm saying, you putting your sponsorship onto a black owned company. That's going to shoot them through the roof, and
Yeah.
now more people want to see it. And not to mention, somebody drinking coffee, they might like the movie. They don't care if they're white, Spanish, black, Asian, whatever. You like the movie, you like the brand, you're going to buy that coffee just to try it out, and that's
Yeah.
going to help out their sales. I think that was very noble of them.
Yeah.
That was pretty big in my opinion.
That is dope, and I
Yeah.
pray it's nothing funny on the back end. I pray that they get to keep the bulk of their sales.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure there's a partnership, there's a percentage split somewhere in there, but that's
Yeah.
dope. That is dope. Just
Mhm.
again, just initially hearing about it and on his face, that is a dope thing. Man, I'm trying to. What those are the biggest things. Oh, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it before we go. That ending, the LGBT slide in.
It's funny because my girl said she didn't see it like that, and I said, "Nah, I saw it. I saw it."
Yeah, because when she kissed on the forehead, she said, "Thank you, my love."
Yeah.
Like they intentionally dropped that in there.
Yeah.
And that was one of the
not
reasons. That was one of the reasons. Michaela Cole said she kind of took that role. But if you look in the comic books, those are the newer comic books. I know. I
Yeah.
got some old Marvel fans that that shit went in the comic books, so it wasn't in
Yeah.
their original canon. But in the newer ones, there are two Dora Milaje that are lesbians. So, yeah, but it was interesting. They slid that in there on top of
No reason.
none, zero,
Yeah.
and then just going back, you to the first one, you got a brother that's the king of the damn most powerful nation in the world, and you have Nakia, Lupita's character, that's like, let me think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You know what? I'm choosing my career over being a wife, being the queen of a nation. But I'll be your baby mama.
Yeah.
Like, I see you, Disney. I see.
Yeah.
I see you. Like those those nuances, and I'm speaking about this stuff. We're speaking about it because there are some of our people that are heavily influenced by media. Before social media, there was just media. Period.
Yeah.
The TV, the film, magazines. You hear old people say it all the time. It's on the news. They wouldn't. They wouldn't report it if it wasn't true. But then we gotta look at those little nuances. But then you got people in our generation where we grew up on BT, MTV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now these kids got social media. So it just goes on and on and on and on, where they just keep feeding it. And it's so many of our people that are latched into that without critically thinking and noticing those little nuances.
JC is not that bad. It's real subtle. It's not that bad, JC.
Yeah. It's literally at the end of the movie, real quick peck. Thank you, my love. But I want you to see it just because, you know what? I want you to see it and check back in, JC, and let us know that we not crazy. Because I know what the hell I saw, and I know what I heard. And I'm quite sure Broken Traditions is on the same.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to put guest chat, a link. I don't know if you got access to the guest chat or not.
No, hold on. Let me see.
That's all the brands that's Wakanda Forever affiliated. I sent you the link for us.
Okay, I got it. The main chat over here. There we go. I'm gonna highlight this on the screen for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a coffee drinker, so you mentioned the right thing.
Yeah, it's at the Target right there on Cam Creek, right there.
Oh,
right
word?
there by
Okay.
They have it there. That's why I seen it at. I started seeing a few of them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of dope.
Okay.
That they have the black-owned companies.
Yeah, I'll slide over there and check that out.
Yeah.
It's in the chat, everybody. I
Yeah.
just
I
wanted to
mean, I don't know
highlight
if
it real
like, yeah,
quick.
if you could share the screen real quick, you just see it. You can show the people
I'm afraid to bring up my damn.
your browser. Oh,
Yeah, man. Cause this
Let
thing
me
might
try to share
freeze.
it. Let me try to share it. Let me see.
Yeah, if you
I
can.
know. Let me see.
I don't trust my equipment right now. Let me see.
All right, let's see what happens. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Can you see that?
Let me see. Boom.
Because it says I'm sharing it.
Oh, hold on. That's my bad. I had it. I had it locked. I couldn't edit anything.
Well, if not, I could just read off some of the companies.
All right. Y'all see that? Go ahead. I'm gonna keep trying to.
No, I don't see it. I'm gonna just stop sharing because I don't want it to crash.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're bringing.
All right. So we got
I could see.
Bevel.
I couldn't bring it up for them though.
Okay. Yeah. So we got Bevel, the the shaving company.
Yeah.
That make the clippers and stuff. So they got a Bevel shave cream and a Bevel blade. That's Black Panther inspired.
Okay. Did they? Okay. I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to Google and research. I'm not saying that Broken Traditions is wrong, but the only reason I say that because I heard Bevel and I thought the brother sold the company.
I think he did. Yeah,
I got a couple of his razors. I thought he sold the company.
I think he did.
I don't know if he's still getting revenue off of it though. So this could still be why it's on the list, but just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I think he did sell it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Bolton is a sun. They have sunglasses that's inspired by Shuri's Black Panther costume. It's like golden black.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I told you before, Actively Black is performance gear. So they got joggers, hoodies. So it says Wakanda Athletics on the hoodies. Other one I mentioned was Black and Bold Coffee. So the coffee is like Wakanda brand coffee. Another one is called A Dozen Cousins. So it's a seasoning sauce and like jerk chicken rice, jerk chicken seasoning, jollof rice. So I guess it's like Haitian inspired food. So that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Fubu got like a outfit that goes with Black Panther Wakanda Fubu.
Okay.
Young Hair King, that's the one I mentioned earlier, that the hair care products for like black boys. Oh man, so they got Pierre Nova, which is like press on nails with what kind of nail stuff on there. So that'd be good for like, some preteens and some little girls, something like that, to put what kind of nails.
That's a Target too?
I'm not sure that's a Target, but I definitely seen the Young Hair King. I didn't see the Fubu at Target. I just saw the Black and Bold. Actively Black, I seen it because they sent me a email because I bought a bag from them. Okay. So the bag that I usually have, and I didn't know about Bevel either. But yeah, those are the brands. But that's kind of dope, I think.
Yeah, no. That's very dope.
Yeah, I would tell you one other thing I seen that really threw me off this morning because I went to go see it Sunday. I went to 11 o'clock show, and I saw a church van there. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all not in church? Y'all got your whole church coming here to watch Black Panther?
That's the outing, man. I was which wasn't weird, but I was teasing the I'm copying that link that you dropped. I was teasing the person at the ticket booth when I went because I went like 2 o'clock on Friday. Okay. I try to beat the crowd or whatnot, and I stay right nearby over here at Camp Creek. So I was teasing. I was like, hey, are you gonna make it off? You've been here since this morning. You getting off before the crowd come? And she looked at me and she was like, before, like we just had 4 schools pull up. I was like, what? She was like, we had 4 buses of different from different schools pull up like back to back. She was like, they just got to their seats before, because I went to 2 o'clock, so I guess they must have went to the 1. She was like, they just went in there.
But it was Veterans Day, right?
Friday was.
Yeah, so maybe they was out of school. Yeah.
I, yeah, they may have been. That may have
Yeah,
been
yeah,
some. But you know what? I don't know because no, that was the actual holiday, Friday.
yeah,
They may have been. 'Cause I was thinking maybe it was recognized where you know how sometimes the holiday will fall over the weekend. They'll recognize it on a Monday. The kids will get a 3-day weekend or
yeah.
whatever. Because they usually don't give it to them on the front end, but because it actually fell on a Friday this year, they may have got it.
Get
But yeah, she was
right.
like, yeah, we just had 4 busloads of kids pull up from 4 different places. I'm like,
That's
what the
crazy.
hell? So at 2, and she was like, yeah, I'm ready to go already. But overall, man, like I said, bro, I liked it. It was again, I gave it a 7. It was good, but
hmm
you know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
all
It
them
was good,
subtle
but it definitely
things.
had a lot of subtle. I guess not even subtle, like some strong,
Yeah,
points in there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's what I'm saying. How they said, it's black girl magic. If it don't happen right, then it's on the black man, like
damn.
Stacey Abrams, because she the
Yeah,
one that'd have been black girl magic. She lost. They put it on the black dude,
yeah.
black man.
And that's the
Yeah,
crazy part. I'm thinking about I know you trying to touch on it and shout out to My Games Uncut. I know both of y'all brothers touched on the election and things like that. These
yeah,
midterms. But I was thinking about going live again Tuesday night, um, just to do kind of another recap a week after to see what the
yeah,
conversations have been since then. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because had an interesting one with my neighbor. I think I'll save it till then. But
Okay.
it wasn't anything in depth. I just it's just pretty much bad black man. I got to blame. So
hmm
uh,
But even though I don't know how in depth you want to go, but if you look at the numbers, it wasn't us.
that's why I wanted to
Yeah,
go there. I wanted
yeah,
to pull those numbers up because I was trying to give because they'll come out with the numbers the next day and I'm
yeah.
giving it a full week, Tuesday to Tuesday. So you know that you went back and you double checked these numbers
hmm
to show what they are versus what the narrative still is.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to wait like a week. Um,
Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
I ain't try to get too much into it, but yeah, I definitely. Yeah.
yeah, just to have just to tap on that conversation. Ain't got to be nothing in depth. Just just bring it up 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and hey, this is what it is
hmm
versus what you guys are actually saying, type
Yeah.
of thing. But we know the narrative, unfortunately, with our people,
Yep.
it can be an echo chamber and carry more weight than not.
hmm
So, final thoughts, bro. Final thoughts.
Like I said, I recommend people to go see the movie. I wouldn't say not to go see it.
Yeah,
Definitely think it's something to go see. See it for yourself. See if you see the little subtle things they dropping in there, like you said at the end with the forehead kiss and thank you my love for no reason.
yeah,
That was not needed. That was not needed. That was a check mark. That was just like, all right, we have to check this box before we roll these credits, and that's what they did.
yeah,
And another thing I would say, I think the movie's close to 3 hours. It don't feel like it.
yeah. Now
Yeah, it
that
don't feel
definitely,
like it. Yeah,
definitely,
because
definitely.
yeah, the reason I was late because I just came from El Jefe and I was talking to one of the brothers in there, and
Mm,
I was like, no, it don't feel like 3 hours.
mm,
They did a good job, keeping you entertained for the whole time. It
yeah.
wasn't like no real slow time in the movie.
No, no.
Yeah.
It did have a good pace to it. I will say
hmm
that. Definitely, it did have a good pace. Um, I guess I'm gonna wrap us up, man. Like I
All
said,
right.
like my brother said, it was good. Go
Yeah.
see. What JC said, I ain't seen Woman King yet either.
You
Um,
might could catch that on
the
Redbox at the
yeah, I've
at the gas
seen
station or something.
I've seen half of it. I'm not gonna let you know how I watch it because they might be listening, but I've seen half of it. But uh, but yeah, like my brother Broken Tradition said, man, definitely go see it.
Yeah.
At least have these conversations because again, on its face, just like the first Black Panther, you get into these family secrets that we unfortunately tend to have within the black community and black
hmm
families. You get into the family secrets. You get into the true feelings because we're all humans,
Yeah.
man, woman, or child, about the stuff that's going on in the community. You get into the again these social contracts that we're having with other groups,
Yep.
from the U.S. government to foreign governments to I don't want to call the Tulicans immigrants because they have their own shit, but other people of color, uh,
Yeah.
you know, those little nuances and overlapping things where
Yeah.
we have been through the same thing. We have been through so much of the similar stuff. But again, if we don't want to play ball like you want to play ball, then it's wartime.
Yeah.
And it's usually we are having to play defense as a people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can't be on defense all the time, and it's hard to play offense too without your men.
Yeah.
So it really does get deep. I know other people have tapped on it. Other people have noticed it. Other people have said things about the lack of men um,
Yeah.
in the movie, but it's not a joke, really.
No.
And it's kind of sad. I'm just a nerd. I love sci-fi. I love the superhero stuff. I love the lore. Like, again, I actually read the Odyssey when I was in high school. When we got assigned that shit to read, I actually read it because it was interesting to me. Because again, I'm a nerd like that.
Yeah.
So I love these stories. I love seeing us on film. Um, I love Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I am in love with that woman. Um, and little sis Letitia Wright, she did what she could with, I believe, what she was given. Plus, not just getting the jab, but I think she got injured during one part of filming, so they were thinking about replacing her, and then the
Yeah.
whole jab thing came. So, but again,
But
go ahead.
to go back on one of the questions you said, I think I would have replaced T'Challa with Denzel Washington's son.
You know what, bro? I said that
Yeah.
initially. I
Mm-hmm.
think he has the aesthetics.
Yeah.
Um, I think he could have gotten good shape. One of my homeboys was like, "Man, hell no, da da da." So it made me start rethinking, but I still think he could pull it off.
Yeah.
Or John David Washington, grown ass
Yeah.
man. We're not gonna call him Denzel's son. He a good actor in his
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
right. So
You know what? The name didn't come to me, but the
yeah,
face did, and I
yeah,
just
yeah.
that was my
You
description
know
of
what's
him.
crazy? He looked like his mama, but he sounded like his daddy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you ever pay attention to his films, I'd be like, this shit is weird as fuck. He sounds like Denzel. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
John David would be a good one. And I don't know the brother's name. And again, I'm scared to pull up my Google Chrome because my equipment might freeze. But the brother that was in Insecure, dark skinned cut brother.
Oh, okay, okay,
That
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah,
one of the more recent Purge movies.
yeah,
I think he would be a solid take too.
yeah. I think that'd have been the best thing to do because it felt like doing it the way they did it. Chadwick Boseman was bigger than the movie, not the movie. Not him being the character of the movie. He was the movie. That's what it felt like.
Because it was the Black Panther.
But
Like
he was a
just
man playing the character of the Black Panther. He wasn't the actual Black Panther.
yeah. But I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
but again, the lore, the stuff coming up as little boys, like we needed a superhero, and
Yeah,
he was that. You know what I'm saying? And then finding out afterward, he was already going through the cancer, but he wanted to make sure he finished that film and other ones. But that was a
yeah,
big one for him because he wanted to leave that legacy for little black boys. And I don't think he probably understood, and there's a lot of people that still don't understand how important it was for grown ass black men. Like we all have our heroes and stuff like that. Like, because coming on the cusp, he was coming on the cusp. We had just lost Kobe too.
yeah,
And we can get into the whole, athletes and entertainers and stuff like that. But just being able to see that expressed on film was important to me.
right.
It's not overly important. Like I'm like, oh Lord, what is we gonna do? Chadwick gone. I know the brother had a wife and children and real family in real life that loved him.
Right.
But the importance of the Black Panther character, it has to live on. They got to figure it out because they could have brought Killmonger back. Maybe Shuri saves Killmonger at the end.
Yeah,
They could have brought him back and just gave him this one film and went from there. Or again, the multiverse theory. But yeah, man, I just think like you said, we got to have another one, and they
Yeah,
do leave
and
off and say the
another
Black Panther
message
was great.
to me they put out there is that black people, even though you putting us through something, we always got to turn the other cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah, from the first Black Panther to this one, like we got to turn the other cheek, even though you doing us wrong, or even though you testing us,
yeah,
even though deep down inside you wishing for our downfall to take our resources. We have to turn the other cheek and be a bigger person, because if that was me and I felt that way, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna team up with you.
yeah,
They coming from what I got. Let's get rid of them. Y'all stay down there. We stay up here. We can run
everybody good.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got the land. Y'all got the sea. We got the whole world.
yeah.
Because they would do that in a heartbeat if they was in that
If they were in
position.
that position, that's
Yeah,
what.
they'll do that in a heartbeat.
And you remember
Yeah.
that one? I know we're gonna wrap up, y'all, but that one part where, God, I cannot remember the dude's name. The agent, the FBI agent, is working with Wakanda, and he was asking that his ex-wife or whatever. He was like, "Do what do you think America's gonna do if they ever get their hands on some vibranium?" And she was like, "Oh, I have so many ideas."
Yeah.
But it was such a sinister way because she knows what what the colonizers
Yes.
are going to do if they ever got their hands on that type of power. So
Yeah.
I can see it both ways, us working together. I can see Shuri's diplomacy of why now. And then, I got my thoughts too, like, nigga, you still talking about working together. You just killed my mama. You got to go.
Yeah, but he talked about working together before he
Yeah.
killed the mom.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if also on Shuri on her hands, if she would have took that offer, her mom would still be alive.
Yeah, but at the same time, you remember the queen was also like, "Give me my daughter back and we'll talk." When he came to the beach to talk to the queen, when she used the
Yeah, but then the queen also put that ultimatum in: we're not killing that girl. So they still save an outsider who built something to look for your equipment. So she really did build something that's not in the benefit of your country.
yeah, but it was a
Yeah.
science project too, so she didn't intentionally harm. So you're gonna take an innocent life again because somebody else told you to, or because some white folks used her as a pawn. That's a whole nother level. We can do another part two to this.
Yeah, but
because
it's like think about it, like even though it was a science project, say you got your hand on a gun and you misfire that gun and kill somebody.
yeah,
You didn't intend to kill that person, but you still going to jail for manslaughter.
yeah,
She still created a weapon that was harming Wakanda. And
yeah,
for whatever reason, her doing that, and she did it out of spite. She said she did it because they said that she couldn't do it. So she did that out of spite, put those people in danger, put both communities in danger, Wakanda and the Waterworld. I'm gonna just call it Waterworld for argument's sake.
Telecan.
Yeah, so the Telecan. So she put both of those in danger, and the dude like, yo, I'm not playing these games. If she got the mind to do this with spare car parts,
Yeah.
what else? What could she do?
What else? Yeah.
Yeah, if they give it the power, she could definitely find out about us and infiltrate y'all. She's more of a weapon to them than than anything. Because they could have gave her all types of money. Like, we don't need you to go to MIT no more. How about we give you a multi-million-dollar contract a year to build stuff for us to try to get this vibranium?
Yeah,
She was a threat.
It was so many ways to handle it though. Like they could have kept her in Wakanda, helped the Telecans just destroy any prototype of those cannons and whatnot. It was so many options. I mean, they did what they needed to do, I guess, for the movie, for the storyline.
Now I'm gonna get a little deeper into it too. Okay. So now the Telecans, right? They found one small threat to their community, and they want to eliminate that small threat. Now let's intertwine what's going on with Kyrie Irving. He posted a post, and the Jewish community see one small threat, and look what they're doing to him. But us, we see one small threat, we forgive. Yeah. Say I'm about to do this video, how Skip Bayless is saying, they need to suspend Kyrie for more for what he did, even though he apologized. But Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp have Lil Wayne on their show, right?
Yeah.
Have Lil Wayne on their show doing the intro. Lil Wayne said a line in a song, "I beat the pussy up, Emmett Till." So it's like Lil Wayne could say something that's triggering the trauma to our community. You have him working on your show. Kyrie Irving posts a picture you want him to be suspended for more games
Yeah.
because our trauma doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But their trauma does. And what's it? The telecon? The telecons is like, yo, we're gonna treat this like that community treat their trauma being tested.
Yeah, and I respect that too. And
I respect that.
But that goes
we're gonna eliminate any threat that, from what I seen when I went to go bury my mother as a kid, what I seen that would never happen again to none of my people. And that's the same thing that other communities are doing, and we don't do that.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. They saw her as a threat, but again, shit, they know Wakanda got vibranium, so they're not gonna try them. They're not gonna go in Wakanda and try them. Well, they tried them at one of their outposts that they built after the first movie because everything used to be central to Wakanda.
Yep, but then and it should have stayed that way.
But that goes back to us being friendly and open. But at the same time, we about to jump bad because of somebody else's misfortune at the same time. So that kind of it goes back and forth. I totally hear what you're saying. I see what they're doing, and I wish we would be on that type of time. But that's the type of time Killmonger was on, and he's not here no more. So now we trying all this diplomacy again. No king on the throne, no masculinity, no man, and the country's in chaos. They would have never. And you see what that force was with the Tillicans. They had a king on the throne. They had
not even a king. He was a god.
He was a god to them.
Yeah,
that was a good point that they made. In that they was like, you know what they call him? You know what that means? Y'all go see the movie and see what that part is. You know what they call him? Like he's not a king. That's their god.
Yeah.
So. And that's another nuance too, because Shuri had stopped believing in God. Remember, that's the first opening scene. She finally started praying when T'Challa was sick. When she was like, Bass, I'll never doubt you again if you just let my brother live. So those other religious things like that, as far as the community goes, they touched on a lot of stuff. That's why I give it a solid 7. But again, I have a problem with the lack of masculinity. And I really do. And it's not just from some misogynistic view. Like, I'm even hearing women complain about that. Like, where the hell the men at? And then you get to the point where there's an agreement of the prince being born out of wedlock when that didn't have to be. Essentially,
single mother.
She chose her career over running a kingdom. But maybe I'm crazy. I'm not a woman. Maybe
I agree with you, because that last 20 minutes, they threw a lot. They threw the LGBTQ. They threw the single mother thing in there. They threw, black girl power, which, I ain't knocking the black girl power, but they threw it in there. You know what I mean? They threw all that stuff in there.
Stuff that thing like a holiday.
Yeah, it was a cocktail, real quick. I know you don't drink, but that was definitely a cocktail.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up, bro. I'll tap in with you tomorrow, man. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of your anniversary. I ain't want to pull you from it. I didn't know, man. I would have rolled this thing out solo if you tell the queen thank you for letting me borrow you for a couple of hours. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and roll out, y'all. I appreciate everybody checking in. Make sure go ahead and drop your link one more time in the chat, bro. I think we got a handful of folks watching, but I still wanted to be there if somebody comes back and checks the video.
So I could do this on the computer.
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody checking in. JC, what's going on? Black Trucker Mafia. Appreciate y'all brothers chiming in earlier, especially Black Trucker Mafia. I was catching hell with my equipment earlier. I wasn't sure if I was being seen or heard. The brother typed in the chat that I was good. So when everything kind of got back to running on my end, I was good. So definitely appreciate that. Appreciate you coming on Broken Traditions, bro. I really
no problem,
appreciate
man.
that, chopping it up, especially coming with everything fresh on your mind.
Yeah, that's easier for me.
Yeah. I had a chance to chew on it for the last couple of days, and I decided like Friday night, Saturday morning, I woke up, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk about this. Yeah. I know a lot of people were hitting. I tried to give people enough time to at least see it or have the discussion or accidentally get some spoilers. I was intentionally giving spoilers tonight just to talk about. It's just interesting. I might circle back around because it's like the first film. This one I think is big for, as they say, for the culture.
Yeah.
But and I hate that term too because it's so much.
Yeah, you ain't the only
that,
one. Hold on, let me try to get
people
my link real quick with it. Okay.
that people have come with and be like, it's bullshit, bullshit, bullshit for the culture. Like the
Yep.
hell. So, but this is a
There we go.
interesting topic to
Yeah.
discuss these different films and stuff like that. I'm trying to get my rhythm, everybody, for the listening audience. I'm trying to get my rhythm, trying to find a couple of days during the week to go live, have these discussions like this, not just red pill manosphere content, but stuff affecting mainly black men, period. So I guess whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna talk about those issues, other men as well, because I had a couple of white dudes hit me up and like, can I listen? And I'm like, yeah, man, you can. Come on, bro. Like I know y'all going through it too. Cause guess what?
Yeah.
What I tell the brothers, if the system will do it to a white boy, what you think they're gonna do to you?
Yeah.
If they'll do it to a white dude, bruh, we got a long road to hoe on so much. But
Yeah. It was funny too that you mentioned that. I ain't trying to get into a tangent, but I see stuff happening to white dude. I'm like, yo, we're next. We're next. Because white dudes are, you can say anything you want about a white man and nobody would bat an eye.
Yeah.
Nobody bat an eye. And I think that's like by design. Like, all right, let's see how far we can get away with this. And after we get away with this, we're going to see who's next. And we're on a chopping block, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's going to be straight black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a chopping block. So we need to have a alliance. You know what I'm saying? Like a rainbow coalition within ourselves. Pause. I mean, name it something else, but you know what I'm saying? But we need to have an alliance.
Dying over there. Look, man,
but,
for real. We do, man. We gotta have this understanding as men going forward too, because again, and we, like you said, we should have seen it coming, bro. They just they injected all the different female versions of the white heroes we had. The She-Hulk, your Lady Thor, and I know they're in the comics, and so everybody get out your feelings. The traditionalists, I know they're in the comics. I know the females exist in the comics, but boom, 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 boom. Again, to steal Dr. Tiasan's word, the MCU, not the MCU.
Yeah.
Not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Marvel Universe, the MCU is where we're going. So because they did all that with the She-Hulk and all that, we should have seen this coming with Wakanda Forever.
But that She-Hulk is something different though, man.
Yeah.
Because her twerking with Meg Thee Stallion, I was like, nah.
Man, let me get off this thing before we really get started, bro. We're gonna tap in tomorrow though. Again, I appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Yes, sir.
This is Kofi. G.R.O.W.T.H podcast. Wake your glass up. And now take your ass to bed.
About to.
I'll see y'all later, man.
Peace. All right, later.